What are the ordered pairs that we just determined here? Anyone would like to try?
139 and then 50.68.
Indeed.
And 301,
yes.
70.12.
Yes. Indeed. Thank you. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, let's continue. Let's finish up this and move on to 4.5, the last section, before we start reviewing. Okay, so what does it want? Fine. So 50.68. Fine. And 70.12. Good. Good. Okay. So do you think we need to work on this? Is this problem okay? Please speak up if you want us to work on this problem. Can you read it? Is it clear? Okay, let me know if you want me to go back, I will. Cell phone plan costs this plus this. We just did that. What is the charge? Write the equation. If the charge is this, how much time the person spent. Okay, let's work on this one. Let's see what is 36. We're going to work on 35. Okay, 36 is the same. Yes, I think 37 is a better one. They're all the same, but I think good. Let's work on 37. Good. Okay, so this is 37 in 4.4. Last problem, unless you want us to go back to any. Suppose the variable cost of manufacturing a graphing calculator is $30 per unit. Can anyone identify what this is immediately? $30 per unit.
Y equals 30x plus 3,000.
Exactly. So this is indeed the slope. So then the cost will be y equals 30x plus 3,000. Indeed, this is it. So write a linear equation that relates cost y. So now I use the correct letter to the number of calculators manufactured, x, so I use the correct letter. So y equals, good. So now you have to put in the y equals. And then it's 30x, and then plus 3,000. Double check, it's y, yes, x, yes, 30x plus 3,000. Moving on. Good. The daily cost of manufacturing 600 calculators. I don't want to do this by hand. I'll go to the calculator. I'll go to y equals. I will clear. I will put in my 30x plus 3,000. And then it says the daily cost of manufacturing 600 calculators because its x is the number of units. Fine. Second in table, and I put 600. And enter. And I got 21,000. So for 600 calculators, y equals 21,000. Good. So the daily cost of manufacturing is 21,000. And check, and moving on. If the total cost was 15,000, how many calculators were manufactured? Now they're telling us the cost is 15,000. Find X. How do I do that?
15 minus 3,000 and then 12,000.
Exactly.
Divided by 30.
Exactly. So what I have to do this time, so for part B, I was given X and I was asked to find Y. But for part C, I'm given Y, which is 15,000. And I have to find X. Of course, we have to move 3,000 to the other side. We have 12,000. And yes, we divide both sides by 30. So I get 4, the zeros go away, 0, 0 units. Can you check? Of course, because you already have the function in the graphing calculator. Just put in 400. If you don't get 15,000 on the other side, on the Y column, in the Y column, then you know this is incorrect. And that's it. I checked. When X is 400, indeed Y is 15,000. And now they want us to, so here we have 400. And finally, they are asking us to graph this equation. Okay, I don't care about their graphs. I'm going to do my own graph with the points I have. Can anyone give us the points we have? I claim we have 2 ordered pairs. Can anyone give us those ordered pairs? If you look here, you'll identify 2 ordered pairs.
621,000.
Exactly.
And 415,000.
Exactly. So we have 621,000 and we have 415,000. Perfect. So I'm going to graph what I see. The 2 points. So 2, 400, 600. Good. So now here I'm going to say 5, 5, 5, 5, 20,000, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. So 400 with 15,000 is right here. 600 with 21,000 is right here. So the graph is something like this. I will not go to the left-hand side. I cannot have minus 5 calculators. So this is the graph of Y equals 30x plus 3,000. I identified the points, and now I'm going to look at the graphs they present. Okay, so this one I wouldn't waste my time because the slope is negative. This one, so A and D, I will not waste my time because the slope in both is negative. I'm going to spend my time on B and C. So I'm going to look at B first. Let's see. 400. So let's see where 400 is. 2, 4. Terribly difficult to read from here. So 50,000, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So what is this? Okay, so 5,000, 10,000. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. I have no idea how they got to 50,000. Okay. So to 1,000. 2, 4, so 4, 6, 8. So that's not true. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4. So it's right here between this point and this point. Okay. So what is this here? If that is 15,000, then there is a chance. But is it 15,000? Also, I can determine the y-intercept, which is 3,000. But is this 3,000?
I think they count in fives.
Yes, that's what I tried. So 5,000, 10, 15. It appears to be correct. 15, 20.
I think it's C.
Okay, so B is a potential. Let's take a look at C. This is silly, really it's silly. Okay, so 2, 4. So what's the difference between these two? Because I see here at 400. So the catch is only the y-axis, basically. If this is 3,000 or this is 3,000. But this
Well, it looks like the C starts at 12,000 minus 3,000 goes down to 12.
So C is not correct.
Okay.
C is not correct because the y-intercept has to be 3,000. And this is not 3,000 here. So B is, my opinion. Yeah, that part is a little bit silly because they could have put, you know, some more information, more clarity in those points. Okay. Good. So this is the last section that we need to review. Find a point slope equation of the line. So now this is a different story. We are looking at point slope. Why? Because 6, 3 is or is not the y-intercept. So we have m equals -9. So this is problem 1 in 4.5. And the point is 6, 3. Are we given the y-intercept? Yes or no? Again, like before, our discussion from an hour ago, if this is the y-intercept, then I will use y equals mx plus b. If this is not the y-intercept, then I have to use y minus y1 equals the slope times x minus x1. Is it or it is not the y-intercept? Is it or is it not the y-intercept? If this point is the y-intercept, we use this equation. If this point is not the y-intercept, we have to use this equation. Anybody, please.
Don't we need another point?
Not. We have the equation for this. The slope is given.
Not the y-intercept.
Of course, this is not the y-intercept, so we are going to have to use this equation. Very good, thank you. With x1, y1, which is 6 and 3, and the slope is -9. So now I write y minus 3 equals -9, x minus 6. So careful because the software is asking us first to enter it without solving for y first. So y minus 3, and the slope is -9. And then we have x minus 6. So they want it in this format first. Or maybe they don't even want to solve for y. Who knows? I don't know. Okay, so they are moving on to the next problem. However, I wanted solve for y. What do we need to do to solve for y? There is an initial step that we need. We need to perform that step first, and then we'll continue. What is the step I'm talking about?
Getting rid of the parentheses.
Yes, distribute, in other words, negative 9x plus 54. And now I have to add 3. It was negative here. I move it to the other side. I have to change its sign. So then y equals negative 9x plus 57. This is the equation of the line passing, guaranteed to pass through this, and has slope negative 9. Now, because we already have the y-intercept, can anyone give us the y-intercept?
$0.57.
0.57 indeed. That's the y-intercept. Very good. Any questions on this problem? So this is the same. Number 2 is the same. Number 3. Graph the line that contains this point and has slope this. You can use the slope and the y-intercept if that's what you want. Find the point slope form. That's okay. It's the same thing. Graph the line that contains this point and has this slope. We know that. Okay, slope 0. Yeah, why not? So we have a point which is negative 5 comma 4, and we want to determine the equation of a line passing through this point and having a slope 0. So the point is negative 5, 4. That's the point, and we want to draw a line that has slope 0 and passes through this point. What equation would that be? We want to draw through this point, negative 5, 4.
Isn't it just y equals 4?
Yes, indeed, is the horizontal line. Y equals 4. Very good. Very good. It's the line that is horizontal, has slope 0, and it passes through this point, and there is no other line. Good, we did this before. Let's take a look. Okay, so now we have the same thing, but we have a point that is 1, 1, and we want to determine the equation of a line that has an undefined slope and passes through 1, 1. So here, yes. So point 1, 1 is right here, and the slope undefined is m equals 1. It's a vertical line because it has a slope that is undefined, and indeed it passes through 1, 1. Good. Moving on. So, oops, what did I just do? Okay. Given the point slope equation, which is this, state the slope and the indicated point. Okay. So can we read, if we have this equation, can anyone identify the slope for us? Can anyone identify the slope of this line? Anybody, please? Don't be shy.
Negative 2/21.
The slope.
Yeah.
The slope is 8/7. It's right there in front of the parentheses. 8/7.
Oh, but it wasn't figured. I thought you wanted to figure it out. My bad.
Is that okay? It's the number in front of the grouping symbol. Now, the point on the graph is type an ordered pair. So they want us to put parentheses so that, can anyone give us the point that is given? Which point was given? By looking at by inspection, visual inspection, we can identify.
0, negative 13?
But this is not, so let's talk about this. This is
the slope without figuring it out.
This is the equation. This is the equation we have. So we identify the 8/7, the slope, and now we have to identify the point in the equation, x1 comma y1. So let's look again. We identify the slope, which is the number in front of parentheses. And now we want to identify the ordered pair, which is the given point. By inspection, we don't have to do anything. We don't have to solve for anything. Just by looking at it, what will you say the point is?
Negative 13, negative 12?
But you're close. The negatives are part of the equation.
I can't just look at it.
Yeah. If it's minus and minus, look here. So we had the point 6 comma 3. We didn't have the point negative 6 comma negative 3. We had the point 6 comma 3. All I had to do is just put 6 and put 3. Now, you're right. If any of these or both are negative, it's a different story. I will have plus here, but I don't. So I did not change the sign. So the ordered pair is 6 comma 3. So in this example, the ordered pair is what I see, 13 comma 12. This is it, nothing else. So 13 comma 12. That is the given ordered pair in the equation. Now, if there are some pluses in there, now they are. Can anyone identify for this example now? What is the slope? The slope is?
-7.
Excellent. Good. And now careful when we identify the ordered pair that is given here, because the equation has minus at both ends. But I see a plus on the left-hand side. I see a y plus 9, which means that y1 must be negative. So can anyone, by inspection, you don't have to do anything, can anyone determine the ordered pair that was given?
7 comma negative 1.
7 comma negative 9, and I put it all over the place and not where it should be. 7 comma negative 9. And let's put it in the equation. Slope x minus x1, that's correct. Y minus y1, that's correct. So that's the reason why y1 was negative. Okay, let's try one more. What is the slope on this one? These are good exercises because they help us
So why